Your personal view, was the Prime Minister right to say, though, that Barnaby Joyce's behaviour was shocking and that we were all appalled by it?
Yes.
You do?
I do.
And yet, for so long, the universal view seemed to be that you don't talk about affairs in that way, that they're personal matters.
Well, this is the difference. I think you might be missing the point here. This is about having sex with one of your staff when you're a person of power and influence as a minister. It doesn't matter whether you're married or single. What the Prime Minister is saying, as is the case, I mean, we saw it in the AFL, we've seen it in corporate Australia, we've seen it in many different walks of life, that no good comes of it, is what the Prime Minister said. And it is not a good professional practice to have that in place. Now, I think that should be common sense, but clearly, as a standard, it obviously needs to be set out, and I'm disappointed that Bill Shorten and Tanya Plibersek don't think it's a standard that they should sign up to.
Yeah, they probably think it'll be hard to administer, that the ban might not work.
Well, what's so hard to administer? You set out a standard which says don't sleep with your staff. I mean, the point of having a code...
But then you have to police it. Then you have to police it.
Barry, no, the point of a code is preventative. If you have a code, you're telling people, you do this, understand by doing it that you'll be gonski, OK? You understand that. Understand it. It's a clear standard. Now, I'm happy to have a Prime Minister who's been prepared to call out a political culture in this country that has been going on for decades, if not generations. That took an enormous amount of courage because, look, of course we knew, Barry. Everyone would say, oh, you can't police it, or private's private. Well, I'm sorry, if you sleep with your staff, it's not private anymore, it's public, because you're a minister in a position of responsibility and power over those who work for you. And we owe it to them to live up to this standard and have this standard in place. And I think Bill Shorten should sign up before the end of the day. Otherwise, he is prepared to walk past this.
So you now have moral police dictating what goes on between consenting adults?
No, this is not moral police. You're missing the point, Barry. It doesn't matter whether you're married or single. You shouldn't sleep with your staff. Okay. It's a bad practice. It's not conducive to the good running of your office and the performance of your duties. And that's the public interest point. OK,
I was just quoting your Deputy Leader, Julie Bishop, who said precisely that a week ago, but you've moved on.
Well, a week ago there was talk about legislation. There's a difference between legislation and a code from the Prime Minister. I'm accountable to the Prime Minister as the Treasurer, and he sets the standards, and he should, and he has, and he should be commended for it.
OK, on to portfolio matters.
Sure.